Hello and welcome back to another first 10 minutes viewing. Today we're going to view Interstellar. Believe it or not, I haven't seen this movie. So I've read the full script, was just blown away. It's all on the page. I think I was out of the country when this came out, so I just missed when it was in the theaters, and then I thought, oh, I need to see it on the biggest screen possible, and all these excuses. I love Christopher Nolan, and like I said, I already read the script, so I love it. So we're gonna watch the first 10 minutes. I just wanna point out what's so great about the screenwriting that lets you know when you're viewing it that you're in for a great movie. So often we see like a little thumbnail and we go, okay, that kind of is like the genre, that's kind of like what I wanna watch, and we go ahead and click it, and then we're watching it, and before you know it, we're like a half an hour, 45 minutes in, and we're just like not connected. What we're gonna see in these first 10 minutes are gonna bring us into the characters, gonna bring us to that connectivity point between the audience and the movie. So let's press play on Interstellar.
Studied it all down.
Whoa, I need power up!
Dad?
Sorry, Barb. Go back to bed, man.
I thought you were the ghost.
So already we have like these
Grandpa's a little too close to being
brief little moments, right? So this old lady talking, and she says my dad, so we know this is her younger, and already Christopher Nolan playing with time here. But we get it, he's a caring dad. The girl comes in, he was a test pilot. So we're already getting the tone of this. We're already getting an understanding, a father-daughter story.
The wheat had died. The blight came and we had to burn it. And we still had corn. We had acres of corn. But mostly we had dust.
Well, when we set the table, we always set the plate upside down. Glasses or cups, whatever it was, upside down.
This is interesting, this kind of like mock documentary style.
Get a move on.
4 o'clock today. What the heck did you do to my lander?
It wasn't me.
Let me guess. It was your ghost?
It knocked it off my shelf. Keeps on knocking the books off.
No such thing as ghost, dumbass. Hey.
I looked it up. It's called a poltergeist.
Dad, tell her.
Wow, it's not very scientific, Murph.
You said science is about admitting what we don't know.
Just got you there.
This almost has like an M. Night
Alfredesco.
Shyamalan feel
Hold
to
up.
it, where it's like something is
Parent.
mysterious
Not
under the
grandparent.
surface.
Well, you be nice to that Miss Hanley. She's single.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Repopulating the earth. Start pulling your weight, young man.
So I see we have these like just glimpses of
Mark,
what's
give me a
going
second.
on. They're not like having these long things to explain. It was 30 years late, in the future, and dust happened and this happened, like nothing's like that. It's-
She didn't do nothing. Blew the tires off.
They're just giving you these little glimpses of understanding.
Shut up!
Grab the spare, Tom.
That is the spare.
Is that Timothy Chalamet? Wow.
Pat's kit.
What's great about this is it's very quiet right now, very family centric, so we're getting to care about the characters.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law doesn't mean that something bad will happen.
I'm just so drawn into what's going on that I'm barely, I'm just so in it. They haven't given me any reason to be out of it. There's no long speeches, no long explanations. Even those old people were just talking about the dust, They weren't talking about anything, the president had died, and then, nothing. Just,
Almost got it. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Dad!
You told me to keep driving.
so we're getting some kind of technology here with this giant drone and the little space lander, and that he was a test pilot. So we're getting hints about what's to come.
For 10 years?
And like I said, you have the
What are you
intrigue
gonna do with it?
of
Give it something socially
her talking about this ghost in her room.
I drive a combine.
Can't we just let it go? It wasn't hurting anybody.
This thing needs to learn how to adapt, Murph. Like the rest of us. Relax. I got this.
So this is just all character development, all character development. We're getting a really good indication about this
Late, Coop.
family, the
Now we got
issues.
flat.
And I guess you had to stop off at the Asian fighter plane store.
No, actually, sir, that's a surveillance drone.
We got Tom's scores back. He's gonna make an excellent farmer.
Yeah, he's got a knack for it. What about college?
Well, the university only takes a handful. They don't really have the resources
I
to...
still pay my taxes. And where's that money go? There's no more armies.
Well, it doesn't go to the university. But Coop, you have to be realistic.
You're ruling my son out for college now? The kid's 15.
Tom's score simply isn't high enough.
What's your waistline? Oh, what, 32? I'm about 33 inseam.
I'm not sure I see what you're getting at.
Are you telling me it takes 2 numbers to measure your own ass, but only 1 to measure my son's future?
Come on. You're a well-educated man, Coop, and a trained pilot.
And an engineer.
The world needs farmers. Good farmers, like you. Maybe your grandkids will get to be
We
engineers.
done here, sir?
That's about the first 10 minutes of Interstellar, and I'm completely sucked in. I'm completely hooked. The screenwriter has done a wonderful job of drawing me into this family, make me care about each of these characters and just this family unit while giving me little tastes of the bigger world that they're living in without putting Earth 2035 in the corner. So consider when you're writing your script if you really need to give that much detail, that much information, or can you just give these little hints? Notice how we know he was a test pilot because we had that little scene. And I think that was important to show a little bit he was cool under pressure, but also kind of like how strenuous that job was. And then he gives up, you know, that he's farming, obviously, but he's like, I'm also an engineer. So multiple skill levels, pushing for his son to not be ruled out yet. And they're already saying, well, you know, maybe in your when they're grandparents, you know, in these later generations. All of these little hints of the time changes that are going through this movie are already in place. I think you should watch Interstellar, and like I said, I haven't seen this before, so I'm definitely going to keep watching it, and maybe I'll come up with a part 2 here. But basically, if you're writing the script, get to the heart of the matter. What is really at the heart of this movie? And at the heart of this movie is this family and this relationship with the daughter and the father. And then giving us what's the problem, the food supply. So we get, this is dire. The stakes are super high. So if you can establish that already in the beginning, the world that we're living in, the family that we care about, why we care about them, then you have a great first 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you for the next 10 minutes. And in the meantime, let's go watch Interstellar. Okay, bye.